I am very happy that we've got the text box working. I do need to go in and make it bigger. You come a little closer, you. Because, like, that's not readable on mobile, is it? Not a chance. Oh well, progress. Take what you can get. Not gonna lie, I think my Barrett Sona needs more cat features. I mean, it can't hurt. Well, congratulations, Jade. You've got a stream all for you. There's gonna be footage for the sake of just something to look at. We're not expecting much. There's really nothing in the way of chores for me to do, so we're gonna give love and be on our way.
I hope you bring back souvenirs.
So, something that I've taken note of that I find personally bothersome is the fact that there's a lot of people who call themselves introverts without really being introverts. There are a lot of people who think, oh, well, I'm socially awkward, or I have social anxiety, therefore am introvert. And it doesn't work like that. Can you tell I'm kind of sick, by the way? I feel absolutely terrible about it. But, I feel like I want to turn this down just a touch. Yeah. And while I'm far from a social expert, I've come a long way from where I used to be. And I want to just share the process with you. Because, who knows, maybe it'll help someone. Anyway. By the way, can we appreciate that? I'll bring it up the next time I catch one. Anyway. So, for me personally, it was just that I had a very difficult time trying to not hate everyone. It's not so much that I was introverted. I was antisocial via conditioning. Tons of bullying just made me, what even is the point? And as such, yeah. And it took me some getting around to that before I was able to really understand Octopus Traveler, Square Enix. Oh my gosh, I get the joke. I get the joke. But yeah, it wasn't until I started trying to socialize that I really understood that, no, I'm an extrovert. Big time extrovert. And I'd like to try and just talk about some of the obstacles that come up. So, the first thing would be, how do I put it? If you have social anxiety, that's very broad and general. It's kind of like saying, I need to fix this. But what's wrong? Well, everything's falling apart. You kind of really don't know where to start with that. Because you kind of don't really have anywhere to start with that, you know? So, break it down. What is it about socializing that is causing your anxiety? I mean, basically everyone has social anxiety one way or the other. Yo, public speaking brings out social anxiety in well-adjusted people. Like, people who don't have social issues, give them a microphone in front of 1,000 people, they have social issues. So it's not as cut and dry as I just am broken. There's a lot more going on there. Wait for it. Okay. That sucked. Why did I have to get sick? No, won't be sick. So, typically, it can be broken. Your social anxiety is broken down into one of two things. You have rational fears and you have irrational fears. Something like misspeaking and embarrassing yourself, that's a rational fear. However, they're not gonna like me. I have nothing interesting to say. That stuff is more irrational. Because it's not really based on anything, it's just you being in your own head. So, where are you at? And while I am directly addressing you, Jade, I do want to try and keep it broader. But like, if you're dealing with a fear of embarrassment, or a fear that you won't be accepted, those are, you kind of gotta learn to take the L sort of things. Because, like, yo, I say stupid shit all the time. I say shit I regret all the time. Jade, you're gonna have to deal with the part where Miracle's on screen and I shrug and say, yeah, I get it. Yeah, you're gonna screw up. You're gonna mess up. You're gonna embarrass yourself. It's kind of a consequence of trying. It is the way that you learn. When I was younger, I tried so hard to socialize and talk about my interests, but nobody gives a shit. That's because the majority of the population, kinda assholes. You need to kind of like prove yourself worthy to them. And those are the people that I personally try to avoid. But that's just me. Because here's the thing. You know you get to nerd out with me. You know you can just like, OMG 8-foot hot lady. And I'm gonna be like, preach it. Tell your truth. I don't like people. I mean, I'm a people. Do you not like me? I'm waiting for an answer on that one because, like, I got you. But, like, other people outside of my friend groups. Okay, so add more people into your friend groups. Even at that, I'm nervous to talk to them. Well, there's our problem. It goes back to what is causing that nervousness. And it sounds like fear of social ramification. Fear that I'm gonna do something to mess this up. When I'm talking with online friends, I have it perfected when I know they'll be offline. So I message them when they're not there. Ooh, I need food. I really should double up on some meals. Okay, so we'll dig in a little bit more into rational versus irrational. So you save to message them for when they're not there. What would happen if you didn't? What if you messaged them when they're online? Grandfather wanted to see my guitar today, and I felt so stupid and awkward walking down the street with a guitar on my back. Why? Do you feel stupid for walking down the street with a shirt on? I'd feel stupid because they'd be talking to someone else. I'd be a burden. Well, that's the entire point of texting, isn't it? The fact that the recipient can get to it when they can. They don't have to answer right away. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what you're utilizing when you wait for them to go to sleep to text them. Because here's the thing. You're always going to be a burden. Half the time I don't respond to people. Exactly. Let's try a little role reversal, shall we? Half the time you don't respond to people. If I text Jade and she doesn't get back to me, well, I guess I'm just annoying Jade, aren't I? I guess she just doesn't want to talk to me. Right? The thing is that it just kind of comes and goes. People will get back to you when they can get back to you. Sometimes people just aren't in the mood to talk, and that's okay. Ugh. I'm so gross. I'm sorry. So, okay. Jade. Like when I'm with friends IRL, I'd much rather be on my own listening to music or doing something else. I'm gonna see if this metaphor resonates with you, okay? Can you ride a bicycle? Yeah? Okay. Why can you ride a bicycle? Because there are people who can't, but you can. So how come you ride a bicycle? Okay, I'm gonna get a little more pointed. If you never practice, how can you get better? Haven't actually been on a bike in so long, I just realized. I mean, I just skate. I just skate. I really need to buy some flour. Dang. So, you gotta take the time to do some practicing, and then you'll develop the skills. There is this word, I believe it is Greek, called gnosis. Are you gonna sneeze or not, damn it? And the idea behind gnosis is that it is a type of knowledge that is gained through experience. The kinds of things you learn by doing it. Some easy examples are driving a clutch. I can tell you what to do. It don't mean shit till you've tried. Streaming. I can tell you what to do, but as soon as you start it up, even with me over your shoulder, it means nothing. It only starts to mean something after you've done 2 streams you delete because you're ashamed of them. I can tell you how to do a DP input. 5623. But that doesn't mean anything if you don't practice it. There are things that you only learn through the process of trial and error. I am so smooth today, guys. By the way, the food pictures in this game, can we talk for a minute? Wait. Yeah, but Jono can tell you where the graphics card is located in a PC. In my PC, I can't tell you how to get it out, though. I legit think it's attached to the frame. Like, it is part of the frame. I couldn't find any way to take it out. Any rate. Yeah, it is nearly quietest, isn't it? But, getting back to my point, you need to take some time, screw it up, and learn from your mistakes. But there are things that you can do to help mitigate the screwing it up. It sounds crazy, I know, but no, really. Talk to yourself in the mirror. Doesn't matter about what. Again, gush, 8-foot tall woman, oh my gosh. Number 1, it's how I learned to have some self-esteem, damn it. Number 2, you'll take note of little things that you do that you don't particularly like. And then you can start doing something about them. The hardest part is looking at myself in the mirror. I feel that. My self-esteem was tanked for a very, very long time. You don't wind up dealing with suicidal ideation and self-harm because you think highly of yourself. But at the end of the day, it comes down to, do you want change? I have to talk to my daughter a lot about which want is bigger. Because, for example, she has a very hard time with homework and chores.
Take it easy.
I'm trying, hun, but thank you. I'm gonna get to that in just a moment, Jade. But first, finishing this thought, I have to explain to her which want is bigger. Wanting to get the reward or wanting to put it off. Wanting to not do the work. You need to pick one, so which want is bigger? And she's having a hard time with that. But the next step from there is learning how to actualize your wants, learning how to be able to make progress. Because, to use a fighting game metaphor, time spent in the training room without a goal is time wasted. There was someone that I was playing with in a public lobby, and they were complaining, ugh, ninjas are cheap. Neo Tengu is cheap. It's unfair. And I asked them, do you want to get better at the game? And they said, I've been playing for 5 years. I know. And it's like, in that position, there is nothing that he can do. It's genuinely hopeless. And so, you need to have a game plan. You need to have a strategy, a tactic. Doing something for a long time doesn't specifically mean someone's good at it. I mean, you're losing in a frame data match against Neo Tengu. The fastest move is P plus K, and that's 10 frames. My dad has been playing God of War since the PS2 and he still sucks. Exactly. I'm glad you understand. Now, bringing this back around. I think that you need to change your perspective on what you said earlier. Whenever I try, it's 1 step forward and 3 steps back. Is that in fact the case? Is it that you're constantly backsliding and getting worse? Or is it just you're finding out that this runs deeper than you thought it did? And like, I don't have the answers. I don't. I'm not magic. However, it's helpful to take some time and reflect on things like that. Use different lens of analysis. Look at the little guy. Crabs are terrifying. They scare me. But like, when you make him like that, he's cute. I'm regretting doing this while I'm sick. I should have just like got the auto harp out and just started. Oh well, we're committed. We're doing this. So, question. What does it mean to take 3 steps back when you're too nervous to talk to somebody? What does that look like? Where else is there a fishing point? It's kind of like the depressed horse. I try to improve. I try to create a system to help myself. But when I fail, time again, I spin out even more, and I just wish I never did anything. That's not so much taking steps back as it is beating yourself up. Which, by the way, you try and beat up my friend Jade, I'll kick your ass. Let's cut that shit out. Oh, speaking of humor I inherited from my mother, we changed her name on her Google account, so the next time she's in stream, it's gonna be awesome. Okay, the camera panning. It's giving me whiplash. Stop it. So when I make up scenarios in my head, I think of numerous outcomes. Okay. So I think I kind of feel where you're going with this. And I do a lot of practice conversations in my head. However, practice conversations can be good or bad depending on how you use them. Kind of like a knife. A knife is a very helpful tool that can make a lot of things easier. Or take off your fingies. It all comes down to its use. So, what you've described reads to me as you made a script, things didn't follow the script, and you panicked because you didn't know what to do because we're off script. So, here's an idea. The next time you're having compulsive thoughts in your head about having conversations, instead of being, I should say this, approach it as, how could I respond? And come up with multiple answers. Oh, poor little Jade Fingies. Yubi Yubi. Because the thing with interpersonal relationships is that you don't have control. Neither party is really in control. It's something you kind of need to learn to let happen. Trying to control it doesn't end well. You were trying to cut ice? What you got going on, Jade? But we'll use my current situation as an example. Where, like, I have really great conversations when I do have conversations. But that's when I do have conversations. Is it possible that they're not answering back because they don't want to discuss what I'm bringing up or I'm being an annoying asshole? Sure, that is possible. But at the same time, I kind of trust them enough to talk to me. Actually, it sounds like a meme in a shit post, but I would like to quote the Dog of Wisdom. Happy happens. It's important to understand the things in your life you do and don't have control over. Fun fact, if you want to get me pissed off at you, the fastest way is telling me, you're a good dad. Was it your ball? At the end of the day, my job is to guide my daughter. Because, Jonathan, you're a dad? I am a dad. Damn it, could you tell that easy? Is it the hoodie from middle school? It's the hoodie from middle school, shit. But, yeah. If I try and force what I know is better outcomes on my daughter, it's gonna make her miserable. She needs the room to try things, learn and make mistakes, and grow. Another fighting game analogy. I don't spend a lot of time in your defense, Chana. I look up to you a lot. I'm flattered. I truly am. But, so, regaining my train of thought. I don't spend a lot of time like really labbing out combos. A lot of people, the first thing they do with a character is look up the combo flowcharts and just memorize them. And I don't think that that is the correct answer. Because yes, you do know optimal damage combos. Yes, you do have the necessary muscle memory. When are you taking the time to learn when and why you use your tools? That is a very important aspect as well. Dare I say, it's kind of useless if you don't understand the applications. And here's the thing. People are a lot more willing than you might think to give you leeway. People are a lot more willing than you might think to overlook the blunders you're worried about. The issue is, can you give yourself the room to make mistakes and grow from them? Because you know I've said some stupid shit. I've said some offensive shit to you. Oh yay, the pumpkins did grow. Sweet. And like, are you holding it against me? I have reason to believe not. Furthermore, I trust that you aren't. Wrong button.
Feels like Quietus is on its... Hello, little crappies.
No, because you're Chana. So then, do you think you can give yourself the same grace that you're giving me? Shit I've said and done has been held against me. Well, that's the thing. You can't please everybody. Let's use video games for an example. Because we identify as gamers in this chat, right? So... How to word. You know when a game spreads itself too thin and none of the parts are really worth experiencing because of it?
See you later.
I don't know why that little sigh at the end of it gives me like the back tingles and I love it, but it gives me the back tingles and I love it. Anyway. I keep telling people this game's beautiful. And like, god damn it, this is just a fishing stream. It's better to have a specific goal in mind and build on that. And then once that's solid, build out. And then just saying open world games are the thing, so we're gonna force this franchise to be open world. Like, no, really, what does Scarlet Violet gain from being an open world game? Words. Yo. Hi, Kaito. Confession time. I've been a little bit sick, and 45 minutes of talking, I feel so gross. Oh, my self-image is just like, eee. Okay, I haven't caught one of those before. Let's go, I guess. Thank you for dropping by, Kaito. Really appreciate it. Drink tea, Mr. Himbo? Here's my problem with tea, yeah. I steep it, or I start steeping it. I walk away. I forget about it. It steeps for 24 hours when I remember, oh shoot, there's supposed to be tea. I do the same shit with laundry. I get one load in the dryer, one load in the washer, and I just blank. Oh, I'm not responsible. Gonna burn the house down? Nah. I just use an electric kettle to get the water to boil, and then I pour it over the tea bag and let it sit. And that's when I forget about it. I fucking love tea, not because I'm British. Let's go. Anyway, Kaito, we are talking about social anxiety, and I've used a lot of fighting game references. To get you up to speed, Himbo says the Dog of Wisdom is onto something when he hit us with happy happens. Like, if it weren't for the fact that I already have a GIF in mind for, like, notifications on stream, we might do that. Happy happens. The Dog of Wisdom is great. Anyway, a lot of the time when I see people who say they're introverted, it's not because they're actually introverted. They don't know what introverted is. It's because they say, I don't have social skills, I get awkward in social situations, I have anxiety, I get nervous and I shut down. Those don't necessarily make you an introvert. And whether you are an introvert or not, those are things that are helpful to work on. And the point I've been making is that you kind of gotta try and fail. You need to understand that it is okay and it is natural to screw up. Because, like, learning to ride a bike, you're gonna fucking eat it. Learning to ride a skateboard, you're gonna find out that pebbles make you eat it. Itty bitty pebble, you go flying. You just woof, woof. Learning to drive a clutch. I can tell you how to do that all day. And it doesn't mean anything to you until you're, like, driving. Until you've sat down and tried applying it, the information is useless. Similarly, if I were to tell Jade that 6PP is special cancelable, and it is a very nice way to... Those pebbles are evil. True! That's why we got 90mm wheels on our cruiser. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Anyway. If I were to just tell Jade, 6PP, special cancel, get kisses for days. Also, your 6P plus K is neutral on block, so you don't need to give up your turn, and nobody sees it coming. Shit don't mean anything to her, because she don't play Kula. And until she spends some time playing Kula, it won't mean anything to her. And learning to interact with people is very much the same sort of way. And of course, preface, I'm shit at this too. I'm just sharing what I've learned the hard way. Another fighting game analogy. I was dealing with someone in a public lobby, and they were just being an utter pain. They were doing the whole shtick of ninjas are cheap and are cheating. Neo Tengu is broken. Every character is OP, but the ones that they play. And I mean, it's like, wasn't Nico considered a menace for the longest time? Isn't Nico still, like, top tier? Excuse me? And so I asked the guy, I'm like, do you want to get better? To which he answered, I've been playing the game for 5 years. I pointed out I asked a yes or no question. To which they further took offense, insinuating they don't need to get better. And I'm not trying to shit on them. I'm trying to make the point that if that is the case, that is truly hopeless. If that is the case, there is nothing you can do. And that's why it's important to approach things with different lenses. Because your playtime doesn't directly translate to skill. Time spent in the training room without a goal, without something you're trying to work on, is useless. It's pointless. It's worthless. I was too busy talking with my hands to acknowledge the fish. I am sorry, fish. I ignored you. Aww, cute. Conversation about being good parents. I went from trying to give a synopsis to just talking again. Damn it. So, what? Thank you for pointing that out, Jade. It means so much to me that you did that, and I appreciate it. So, my point is, you need to find safe spaces where you can make those mistakes, where you can screw up, where you can learn what didn't work and try and improve. And no, really, talking to myself in the mirror did wonders. It also helped my self-esteem. But yeah, just like, go on some nerd shit. rant about what you care about. It is a good and safe place to start. Alright, food. I gotta do something about that. Yeah, now it takes forever to fish to show up. Yeah. Try. Screw up. Learn and try again. Sports players watch back their games. Fighting game players watch back their games. Do the same with social interaction. Am I making sense? Am I just shouting into the ether? Editors watch back their edits. True. So, even if you're just shouting into the ether, it's very welcome. Thank you immensely. So, my words of encouragement, if you struggle with social interactions, are: number one, understand that it's a process. Learning a new skill set is hard. And here's the thing. A lot of people learned this stuff when they were little. They made their mistakes, learned, and developed when they were fucking 6. My daughter is so much more socially acclimated than I was at her age. Fuck. I am so jealous. I was in my 20s when I started figuring this shit out. She was born when I was figuring this shit out. Here she is, almost 10, just like blazing past me. But that's okay. It's good to have a sense of humor about it, but at the end of the day, it's okay. You're at where you're at. You shouldn't feel ashamed if, when you first start going to the gym, you can't bench 200. You're at where you're at. Understand that it's a process, and give yourself the grace to be able to go through that process. I know I'm super guilty of beating myself up over stupid shit. That meme where it's like you text them and your brain just starts going and going and going, and it's like, why did I even text them? Yeah. That goes around so much because people get it. And here's the thing. Well-adjusted people laugh at that too. Because they get it too. It's not just us with stunted childhoods. It's part of the experience. And the people worth having in your life know that that's the case. And they'll give you the grace room you need. Give yourself the grace room you need. And just try. Keep trying. Take notes. Damn, I've gone on for an hour. Um, at this point, I guess we're just kind of watching quietus happen, huh? Okay, I don't know what's going on with these fish, but that looks unpleasant. Like, what kind of texture would that be? How would that boy feel to pet? It makes me want to puke thinking about it. And I didn't want to be the only one, so I shared this with you. Sorry, not sorry. I don't think people pet fish. Yo, I pet fish. When fish are all sociable, you can like reach in and they'll come up and like brush against your hand and you pet them and it's adorable. And like, yeah, I am the kind of person who goes to the aquarium alone. Yeah, I know. And like, I just vibe there, man. And talking to the employees, you can have some good conversations. Like, just chilling with a dude, I learned that lobsters have handedness. You can tell which is their dominant hand because it's gonna A, be bigger, and B, the spikes are gonna be worn down. If I'm recalling correctly, American lobsters are lefties. Typically. Okay, so number one, I'm sorry that your dogs need seizure meds. That sounds rough. But number two, yeah, the fishies. The fishies. You know, I wonder how hard I'm getting hit with DMCA for this. Sounds rough. Ha 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 ha. Thank you. I do try. But yeah, that kind of goes back to the whole why I did the Simpy stream. Sappy stream. Also, Jono, I have a favor to ask of you. Ooh. What's up, Jade? How's it going? What can I do for you? What's the details? Yeah, I think we're gonna have a few things to cook when I get home, so we will just head back now. I was a professional name R for Star Ocean, and I need a name for my Dragon Quest protagonist. Any suggestions? I am so bad at naming things. I am so bad at naming things. I mean, I'm down to try. Dragon Quest protag, huh? Once again, these food pictures. Oh my gosh. I didn't want to be hungry, but that's just how it is, isn't it? I don't have as much to cook as I thought. Shoot. Ooh, but we can make this. If you can't think of anything, I'll call him Fortnite and move on. Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing. I have failed you. I apologize. I can only do what I can do. I can't do much more with today, so I'll let you guys see what the quietest is like. Fortnite the hero. No, really. The art direction of this game. My hot take. Are you ready? I'd much rather have a 720 game with this art design than something in 4K any day of the week. If I remember correctly, in the first game, they really like to call you your name the hero. I mean, I just know him as Hero because Smash Bros. So stick with Hero is the most I could tell you. Well, I hope this was helpful in some capacity. What you see behind the scenes real quick. We go to our browser, we click on properties, Control A, backspace, Control B, enter. Ta-da! I gotta do that shit before stream starts. I have to mute that one because it's the easier audio to mute. So, I hope my ramblings are at least somewhat helpful. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm not a master. No, screw it. We'll stick with the copyright music. Chat is alive again? Yeah. It was a lot of hoops to jump through, and I still need to do some more editing, but chat works, and I'm excited. I hope some of this was helpful, Jade. Kaito, if you're still here, thank you for dropping by. If you're not still here, I still appreciate you. And VOD watchers, I love you. Stay safe. Jade's scary when she's angry. We'll see you guys around. Take it easy. Have a good one.